There are times we want to compute derived data from the Redux store. For example, here in index.js, we add 3 bugs and resolve one of them. Now let's say we want to display the unresolved bugs. So we call store.getState. Then we go to our entities, bugs. Let's apply a filter. So we want to get the bugs that are not resolved. Okay. Then let's store the result over here. So this is our query. Now let's log these unresolved bugs on the console. So here's what we get. We have 2 bugs, bug 2 and bug 3. Beautiful. Now there is a problem with this approach. This is a simplified example, but in a real application, this logic for computing derived data can be complex. And it is possible that we might have this logic in a few different places in our application. So if there's a problem in our logic, or if we want to extend it, then there are multiple places we have to update. So to solve this problem, we need to encapsulate this logic and put it inside our bug slice, because that is the slice that is responsible for managing the list of bugs. So let's go to bugs.js. So after we export our reducer, we export a function called getUnresolvedBugs. Now this function should take a parameter of type state and return the computed state. So here we write state.entities.bugs.filter. We want to get the unresolved bugs. Okay. What we have here is called a selector function. Selector. So a selector is a function that takes the state and returns the computed state. Now there are a few naming conventions for naming these selectors. We can call this select unresolved bugs. Some people like this naming convention. Other people like to add selector at the end. So unresolved bugs selector. But I personally prefer get unresolved bugs because this name is shorter. Feel free to use any naming convention that you prefer. Now we have a single place where we have the logic for extracting the unresolved bugs. So we can use this in multiple places in our application. So back to index.js. On the top, we have to import it, but we have a tiny problem. On line 2, we're importing everything as actions from this module. So if we type actions dot, we see our selector function, but this is not an action. So in this case, I'm going to use named imports. So let's import a couple of actions, bug added, then bug resolved, and finally our selector, get unresolved bugs. That's better. So now that we don't have this actions object, we should remove all these references. That's better. Now finally, over here, we're going to call get unresolved bugs and give it the state of our store. So store.getState. Now save the changes. We get the same result as before. Beautiful.